Hi, good morning and welcome to my channel. I just got a impromptu urge to document this. So I am currently preparing for my first ayahuasca ceremony. I'm super excited, but I also really just not sure what to do. So I'm just trying to figure it out. One of the main things that I have been doing is dieting, so food restrictions. So I just wanted to make sure that I could share what I'm doing, and then afterwards let you know how that actually helped me. So today I'm doing, well actually this whole week, my husband and I are doing a detox, raw detox. So basically we have a smoothie, a juice in the morning, green juice smoothie. Then we have for lunch more of a protein smoothie. No protein though, no processed protein is allowed, or you shouldn't have any at least. And then for lunch we have like a soup or a salad. And then some like raw snacks, which looks like it's these little cracker things. So we are 4 days away from our first night. It's a 2-day ceremony. A few things that I am really implementing this week. One is meditating more. I usually meditate at least once a day, at least like 4 times a week. Obviously I would like to say I do more, but that's just the honest truth. And then, so this week I want to meditate twice a day, if not 3 times a day. Journaling, I'm on and off on journaling, to be honest. And then yoga. Yoga for me, I really connect to myself and I feel in tune with my body, and actually during yoga is when I get some of the most powerful downloads. I also am limiting my social media, which I already have been doing for the last few months because it's just a love-hate thing. So I want to be intentional with my social media. I really want to take this time to disconnect, spend more time with nature. So those are just some of the things that I will be doing, and I will be documenting as much as I can leading up to the day, and then putting all this together. Again, this is just, I got an urge to do it because why not? It's my first time. So I will give you guys a little bit of an update later. So it's the first day. I had already started a vegetarian diet, plant-based, since Friday. So it's been Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's been 4 days. And I really actually feel great. Like physically, I feel really good. I am starting to feel a little bit tired, but that's because I did hot yoga and I'm drinking my juice. I mean, it's like basically soup, but you can't warm it up. So technically it's juice, but it's really good. And this is my last meal of the day. The ceremony is in 4 days. It's on Friday night, first night, then Saturday night. I'm really excited. I also can't lie. I know that there's things that I need to let go of that are coming up. It's almost like my ego knows that these things are gonna come up and they need to go, and it's kind of like I'm sad about it, but I'm not really sad, so it's interesting. But you know, I really want to focus just these next few days on looking inward, documenting as much as I can. And right now I'm reading this book. This was actually one of the first books that I read 7 years ago. And I was introduced to this book by a friend that is no longer with us, that I do consider her to be one of my spirit angels. So yeah, this book is really special to me, but I hadn't read it in so long, and it's just like such a classic. I mean, it's such a good intro to just spirituality, but in general, it's just like a life guide. And sometimes you find those books that you just can never get tired of, that you can read over and over and over again, and you always get new gems. I'm feeling really resistant to even recording this because I struggle with the fear of being seen and putting myself out there, which is another trauma response. That's something really big that I want to work on, you know, in this ceremony, just to let go of having that fear of feeling not good enough or feeling awkward or feeling weird. And I don't like to say I'm forcing myself to do this, but in a way I'm really encouraging myself and I'm pushing myself to do this, because regardless of the response, I just hope that it helps you guys, and maybe you'll just learn a thing or two. I'm not an expert by any means, nor am I telling you to do what I'm doing. But this raw detox is really great because it's not like a juice cleanse. It's really nutrient dense foods, and everything's raw, organic. Even the soup, as I said, I can't warm it up. Tomorrow I get a salad for dinner. But yeah, so I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning. Today is day 2 of my detox. I almost forgot to record, so I'm almost done with my juice. Mentally, actually, last night I felt so good. I had some dreams that brought up some heavy stuff that I know that I'm going to release during the ceremony. I know it's something that I need to work on, just trauma from past stuff. It's kind of crazy how everything just aligns. Woke up feeling kind of heavy energy, sad, and I had a shadow work call with my coach. It was just so amazing. If you've never done shadow work, I highly suggest it. It's just so incredible to be able to see yourself from a different perspective, understand why you are the way you are. Why do I have these same patterns? Why, for example, for me, why do I procrastinate? Why do I have this fear of being seen on social media? Why am I so afraid to speak my truth? Why am I paranoid that somebody's gonna hurt me? Just all of these incredible things. I had a really big release session with her. It was just powerful. So I felt so good after that. And it was just a confirmation that this ceremony, everything that I'm doing, the detox that I'm doing, it's a mental detox. For me, it's mind, body, spirit. I'm detoxing completely. As I mentioned, I'm not really on social media. I did get an urge today, or a download, to create a TikTok, so I'm gonna do that today. But overall, I'm just kind of really looking inward. What do I want to let go of? And what do I want to invite into my life? I'm really, really excited. The fear and the nervousness I think that I had is now turning into excitement, because I know that I'm supported, I know that I'm protected, and I know that plant medicine already, even just with like mushrooms, has already helped me so much. So I can only imagine how beneficial this ceremony will be for me. And the shaman that I work with, who invited me to this ceremony, she said something like doing ayahuasca is comparable to like 20 years of therapy in one weekend. So I'm just really excited. I know that the things that I need to face are just things that I need to face from my past, maybe from my past lives. So yeah, I'm really excited. Just finished my smoothie. Just wanted to give you guys an update, and I'm really not hungry at all. This is my little backyard. It's so cute. We don't watch TV or cable, so I want to get rid of this because it's pointless. I mean, we do watch TV. Sorry, I should rephrase that. We do watch TV. We don't have cable because I don't really see the point in it. And I don't really like mainstream TV anyways, because I think it's just toxic and fake. I've been watching a lot of Gaia lately. It's just more up my alley. Oh, another thing that I noticed today is I woke up with I thought it was the fan, but now I'm thinking that I'm just detoxing. So much, it's kind of gross, but so much stuff coming out of my nose. You can see it's a little red. Just so much stuff coming out of my nose. I almost feel like I'm sweating. It is hot outside though. And just feel a little warm. I think it's just my body. Just, you can see the redness, just detoxing all of this stuff that we have in our body. So I'm really excited. I can feel it working. I shall be back tonight just to give you guys a little update. I hope this is helpful in any way, and just so you can see my experience. I just want to share my experience and hope that it can help somebody. So yes, see you later. Bye. This is literally happening. It's so gross, but my nose, my eyes are running. I don't know. I'm just sitting out here having my lunch, my smoothie, and I'm like feeling it. Like my nose is just so much stuff coming out. Oh, I just feel like I'm really detoxing. It's kind of crazy. Today is day 3. 1 day away from the first ceremony. And I didn't check in last night because I was not feeling good. The side effect of detox is cleansing your toxins. Well, I mean, that's what you're doing. So side effects of that are a lot of mucus, runny nose, flu-like symptoms, headaches, nausea, insomnia, chills, fever, all that. And I was not feeling good last night at all. Feeling a little bit better today, but as you can tell, I still have like a little bit of red because I've been blowing my nose so much. Hunger wise, I don't feel hungry at all. I'm not like starving or anything like that. I'm actually really enjoying all of the foods that we are receiving, but it's just like, oh, I just felt like I was like getting the flu. Last night and this morning, it was so hard to get up. Throat feels like just sore and just gunk coming up my nose, which is pretty gross, but it's also pretty fascinating how the body has the ability to cleanse itself and heal itself if you allow it to, and if you feed it the right things. So this is something that I will probably continue to do because it's super easy, and the juice bar by our house makes everything for us. We just have to pick it up. So I'm really loving it so far. I've been having dreams about meeting grandmother Aya, and I'm really excited about it. I just feel like I'm ready. I literally manifested this trip because a few weeks ago I was just like set on like it's gonna happen. I just imagined what it would be like to be on a retreat, and visualization is like my #1 tool for manifesting. I literally manifest things within like 24 hours. Sometimes it's crazy, but I just really imagined doing it, being there, just the beauty of the ceremony and the ritual. And then I just let it go. I just said, you know, it'll happen, leave the rest up to the universe. And what do you know? Literally, it was so last minute. A few weeks ago, I met with my shaman and I was wearing a snake necklace and a snake ring, and she was like, ooh, she's like, I'm getting like Aya vibes from you. And I was like, what? And she's like, is that why you got the necklace? And I was like, no, I got it because of Kundalini rising, but tell me more. And then she just told me that basically she thought that I was ready. I don't know too much about the symbolism with the snake, the serpent, and Aya. I definitely want to be able to explain it better, but basically she just told me that it's a symbol of this plant medicine, ayahuasca. I believe it's the serpent that comes out when you drink it. I will research it tonight and tell you guys tomorrow. But anyways, so then she told me like, I think you're ready. And I was like, well, I don't know where to go. Like there's so many sites online. Like I just, you know, they're in Costa Rica. I can't go. I don't have my passport, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, let me connect you. And I was like, okay. And then like an hour later, after our session, she emailed me and she texted me and she's like, oh, they just posted a ceremony in like 2 weekends. I'm going to be there. And I was like, I told my husband, okay, we're doing it. Like there's no questions, like we are doing it. And here we are. Last night we went to Target and bought some outfits for the ceremony, and I bought some really beautiful dresses, which I never really wear dresses, so I'm really excited about that. Well, you're supposed to wear just modest type of clothing, so covered up, just out of respect, but still comfortable. So like women typically wear like long skirts or like flowy stuff, things that are easy to take off if you need to use the restroom. My sister, bless her heart, she's letting us borrow like camping chairs and like flashlights and like coolers because we don't have all that stuff. My brother-in-law and my sister will be watching our dog Peanut. I could have brought him with us to the Airbnb, but during the night is the ceremony. During the day we'll be resting, and I just I want him to be comfortable, which he is here. Say hi, baby. But overall, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling hopeful that these detox symptoms will get better. But I mean, if you look at my skin, yesterday I could tell a lot of red. So like just stuff like coming out of my pores. It's kind of gross, but I am just so fascinated by it. I'm just amazed by it. I'm supposed to be doing hot yoga tonight. Sweating is something that they highly recommend during raw detox because you can sweat out even more. So I'm gonna do my best to show up. Now I'm gonna get some work done, and I will see you guys later. I struggled today a lot. It honestly felt like I just got like hit with a bus, to be honest. And it's kind of crazy because earlier I was saying that, you know, all of these symptoms that I was experiencing, well, first of all, I was like having like the sinus stuff and all that, you know, and I was like, oh yeah, it's because I'm doing the raw detox diet and whatever. And I mean, those are symptoms, but it got really, really aggressive. Like I was for sure fighting a fever today, chills, headache. Like I still don't feel 100%, as you might tell. And I didn't have much energy today, and I don't know, I just felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know, I felt like I was just like, I don't know,
I had to go get a COVID test because I was like, okay, do I have COVID? Like, what's going on? Like, I legit don't feel good. And then I text my shaman. Thankfully, I text her because she's amazing. And I texted her and I told her how I was feeling. She said that this actually happens to her often before ceremonies that she attends, and that it's actually not, that she said it's purging from the ceremony. And I was like, oh, purging, like because of the raw diet, like the raw diet, the food. And she's like, no, the medicine is already working on you from the moment that you registered. You are already beginning the healing process. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what? Like, what? And I mean, call me crazy, but I believe it. Reason being is because I've been having crazy dreams of like stuff that happened in my past that I know that's going to come up this weekend that I need to let go of. I had a really intense, painful shadow work call yesterday, basically reliving my rape that happened when I was like 12 or 13, and like we did this whole scenario and it was just so painful, and I just cried so much, and I just let out so much yesterday morning. So it actually makes a lot of sense how, yes, I am detoxing, but I'm not just detoxing because of the raw diet. I'm detoxing the traumas and the wounds that I'm holding, that have been in my body. And it just makes me so much more excited for this weekend. She told me this, and literally it's like a switch went off in my head, and I was like, oh, suddenly, like, I'm not like dwelling like in my like pain, or like my, you know, like you just, when you're sick, you just want to like lay there and just like, what is it called, like wallow in your pain. And I was like, nope, I'm not gonna do that. I went and told my husband this is what she said, and we're good, and we're going, because I was like having doubts about going. And I'm kind of embarrassed now because I've been emailing one of the organizers from the event so many questions, and she's probably like, this girl is crazy. But I mean, I'm a first timer, so what can I say? But anyways, I'm still doing really good as far as like the raw food goes. I'm not feeling like hungry or starving. I feel pretty good. Like everything's good on that end. And I usually have a lot of like digestive problems when I don't eat good. So this has actually really rebalanced my digestion, which I'm really excited about. And then I wanted to tell you guys, because earlier this morning I sounded like I had no idea what I was talking about, but I wanted just to share a little bit of the information of the master shaman that's going to be guiding the ceremony this weekend, because I think it's beautiful. So without giving too much information, just because this organization I was just introduced to, so I don't know if there's like a way to share that, or you know how that works. But anyways, so he is a master shaman, and he comes from the Brazilian Amazon of Acre. He is the son of a powerful curandera and midwife, and comes from an unbroken lineage of pajes, master shamans. Born a paje, he stood out as a child due to the force of his spirit. He has taken the highest spiritual initiations and dietas, which is diet, of the Hunikun, spending up to a year in isolation in the forest at a time. Can you imagine a year in isolation in the forest? Like, you have to be so in tune with nature. Like, it's just a whole nother level. It says that he's known for his charisma and his childlike personality merged with powerful ancestral wisdom. He has an incredible sense of humor, is always smiling, and his motto is so alegría, which means only joy. And it says that he is one of the greatest examples of servant leadership and deep humility. This is who will be leading the ceremony this weekend. And then the shaman that I work with, she will be there as well, which I'm really excited about, just to be in that same energy. I'm still feeling pretty warm, which is why I keep like touching my face. But other than that, I'm feeling more hopeful. Like I said, I was like starting to like just like be this bag of like sickness. And then she told me that, and I was like, wow, like that makes so much sense. Because even like with manifestation, and a lot of like, anytime that you invest, it's an energy exchange. And for example, like I invested into this manifestation course earlier this year, and she kept saying, which is Catherine Zankina, Manifestation Babe, she's awesome. And she kept saying that from the moment that you buy this course, from the moment you register, like, things are going to start happening for you. Like, that's how fast energy works. And she was so right, because I started manifesting things literally like as soon as I signed up. Like, I manifested a Hawaii trip with my husband and my sister next week, and all these things started happening. So when my shaman said that the same thing happened with the ayahuasca retreat or ceremony, that the moment that I signed up, the medicine was working on me, it makes so much sense, because I've been actually like hearing grandmother Aya. I've been feeling her. I've been like, I just feel that she knows I'm coming, and that she knows that I'm ready. And I've just been feeling the spirit, and I'm very in tune with the spirit world. I always have been. So I do believe it now that she said it. I was just like, wow, like, oh, complete shift. I shall update you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you there. Bye. Hey guys, so today is day 4 of the raw detox cleanse. My first ayahuasca ceremony is tonight. I'm just so excited. I know it's gonna be hard. And if you're watching this and you've done it before, you're probably like, oh, you have no idea what you're in for. But I'm okay with that. Like, I have endured so much pain in my life. Like, so much pain, physical and emotional pain, that I'm actually really looking forward to this. And it just feels so familiar. In a past life, I have always said that in one of my past lives, I was a curandera, which is basically a shaman. I've always said that. I've always felt that way. I've always felt like I have healing energy. I don't know, I've always felt that. And I'm doing a past life regression in a few months. Like I said yesterday, I've been feeling the spirit of Mother Aya, and I feel like she's been working on me, and I've been called to her for a few weeks now, because I was really scared a few months ago. A few months ago, I would have been like, no, I'm too scared to do ayahuasca. But because I've been doing so much healing already, healing work, like deep work, shadow work, I've been microdosing, I've been doing, breath work. I've been doing so much, which I'm so happy and proud of myself for doing. But anyways, she told me that my body was basically already cleansing the wounds and the traumas, and it's so true. And this might be really gross for some people, but some of the stuff that I was coughing up, it didn't look normal. Like, I've never seen colors like that. Like, I've had sinus infections, I've had like strep throat, like way back in the day, I've had allergies, like I've had so much stuff, but this stuff did not feel or look normal. It just felt like it was just poison in my body that I was coughing up. I'm really, really excited about tonight. I'm just looking forward to it. I think that it's gonna be what it's supposed to be, and I don't want to try to control it, the experience. I am just open to receiving the healing, and healing is an ugly process. It's not beautiful, so I'm okay with that. My husband's doing it with me. We're doing it together. I'm sure that he has his own take on how he's feeling, but this is just how I feel, and I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to disconnect. I'm excited just to get away, and just to let go of so many things. I mean, so many things, but just to come back. And I mean, for me, it's just, I really want to reconnect with who I know that I am at my core, like my soul, before all these terrible things, happen to me. And I mean, like most of us, at our core, at a soul level, we are perfect. Perfect doesn't exist, but perfection in, your soul is just being exactly who you're intended to be, and being okay with that. I really feel a deep connection to my ancestors, especially on my mom's side, because they were indigenous, and I just know that there is a lineage there of just so much wisdom that I want to reconnect with. And in this ceremony, I intend to do so. My shaman has just led me through this healing path, and it's been very painful, but it's been so transformative that I trust her, like, with my entire life. Like anything she tells me, I'm like, I trust you, like so much. So that's why I feel even more supported, because she's gonna be there, and I just know that she wouldn't tell me that I'm ready if I'm not, and I feel ready. So it was just kind of crazy timing how it all happened, you know, the synchronicities of the serpent, wearing it, and then all these synchronicities that have been happening and these downloads that I've been receiving in the last few days. Just so many dreams of like past things, past situations. Like last night I had a bad dream about me and my husband having a really bad fight, which we really don't fight too much, like at all. It's usually like stupid things, like little things, you know, just things that annoy you and then you make a big deal about it. But last night I had a dream that we were fighting over something really small and insignificant, and it turned into this huge thing. And we are like at a breaking point where we're like, we're not gonna, like in the dream at least, where we're not gonna be together anymore. And then I woke up and I was just like, wow, that. And we went through a phase where both still had, you know, our egos that were, you know, controlling our relationship, and our demons really that were just attacking each other. And that's a big reason why we don't drink at all. Like we're sober, because we're not a good mix, is what I should say. All these dreams that I've been having of like things that are there, you know, in my past that I just need to let go of. And I took that as a sign of like, I just need to, sometimes I can be a little mean because I don't know how to ask for love at times or attention, because that's something that I learned through my shadow work, that because when I was young and I needed love and affection and I wouldn't get it, like when I would ask for it, I wouldn't get it. It's hard for me to ask for what I want. I just assume that people know what I want, and it's just such a bad trait. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, but that's why I'm like that. So like that's just one thing I know that I need to work on. I'm just, I don't know, just doing my part, you know, because a relationship is a two-way street, and sometimes it's so easy for us to look at the other person and see what they're doing wrong, and really it's like, well, what am I doing wrong? Like, how am I contributing to this? So, you know, it's all growing, and the process of growing, it's admitting that you're not perfect and all that stuff. I will tell you guys that we looked up online, and I was like, we're drinking all these liquids, like am I just gonna be throwing up? Because that is part of the purge, which I'm okay with throwing up. Like I'm fine with that, only because I don't want to resist it. Not saying I want to, I'm going to, but I accept the fact that I may throw up, because when you're resistant to something, it's almost like you're attracting it even more, and when it happens you won't even know how to react. So it's like, I'm accepting that I may throw up, may have diarrhea, I hope I don't, but it's all part of the process. The body needs to clean and heal. We looked up online because I was like, we're not having any solid food the day before, like you know, is that going to be okay? And then online it said like you can have rice, and like, you know, you should have like something like solid in your stomach. So we got, and you can have chicken or fish as long as it's organic. The chicken has to be cooked, or the fish has to be fresh, and white fish only. We ate fish last night, white fish, a little bit. It was just like some rolls. It was basically sushi rolls on rice, and we didn't realize it had a little bit of wasabi, and I was freaking out because I was like, oh my god, we just ate wasabi. And then I was like asking Mother Aya to forgive me, and I was like, wait, like this is one of my problems. Anytime that something small happens, it wasn't intentional that I wanted to go and eat something spicy because they say you're not supposed to. It wasn't my intention, but it happened. And then I was just putting so much energy towards it that I was like, this is going to become a big deal if I keep saying it's a big deal. So then I was just like, you know what, it's fine, like it's okay. I looked it up. People ate like cheese accidentally the day before and they were fine, so it's all okay. I think a lot of this diet is obviously respecting the, you know, the culture and the tradition behind it. It's a sacred ceremony, so this is like no joke. This isn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna go do drugs, and it's not a drug. I don't consider it a drug. This is a medicine. This is plant medicine. It literally is from a tree, from a plant. The leaves, they boil them, and that's the tea. So it's literally plant medicine. So anyways, the dieta is really to honor the sacredness that is in this ceremony, and I honor it fully. Sounds like it's like literally like a juice cleanse, but it's not. Like, it has a lot of nutrients, it's solid, it has fiber, it's really good. And we got like a raw protein bar today, and a like some crackers that are really, really good. So we'll be okay. We can't eat anything after 3 o'clock. Right now it's like around 9 o'clock here, I think. So I have to get ready. I have a few errands to run before I leave, and then I have to drop off my dog. This was just really, I guess, a little behind the scenes of like where my mind was at every day. As you could see today, I'm like, wow, I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 20 times better, because I think yesterday was a test for me of like, can you survive? Are you gonna give up and cancel this whole thing because you don't feel good? And I almost did, and I was like, no, I cannot do that. Like, I've been waiting for this, I'm doing it. So I feel so much better today. I'm really excited. I'm gonna document like little things here and there, but for the most part, I'm gonna disconnect this weekend. I'm going to just be fully present in the ceremony. I'm going to do a lot of journaling, and then probably next week or whenever I feel like it after the ceremony, I'm going to do a video on my experience, and it may take longer, I don't know. I'm going to do whatever feels right to me, but I will upload this as soon as I can. And yeah, thank you for following me on this journey with me. It's been fun. I hope that this can help you in any way. I hope that this helps you in any way possible, whether you're preparing to do an ayahuasca ceremony, you're thinking about it, or maybe you're just thinking of doing a raw detox. It's been really great. My skin looks pretty good, if I say so myself. I mean, yeah, I feel good. There's so much information online too, though, guys, so like, don't stress about it, and don't go researching every single place possible. Stick to what the organization that you're working with tells you, because otherwise you're going to get lost and it's going to become a stressful process. Maybe in the next video I'll tell you guys the integration process and the directions for the, I guess, like aftercare, because there is an integration process, and you can't just do ayahuasca and then come Monday go back to eating meat. Like, there's still a process that, you know, comes with it, that you still have to follow protocol. Thank you so much for watching this. This is, I'm pretty sure this is going to be like my first video. And I'm recording on my phone. I have a camera, I have equipment, I have it all set up, but I'm such a perfectionist that unless things are perfect, I don't do things. And that is such a bad trait that I've noticed about myself, that I'm working on. So I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna pick up my phone and do it. I just need to get started, and I will add the equipment later. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and if you're on Instagram or any social media platform, you can find me under Stephanie Martinez-James. I believe on TikTok. Yeah, you can find me under that. But anyways, all right, guys, I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys, and remember that the universe has your back.